Ahora sí. Buenas noches, bienvenidos a vuestro canal MSX Blog. Estamos aquí eh, en directo de nuevo, un viernes más por la noche, para comentar en esta ocasión los videojuegos de la novena edición de nuestro concurso MSX-BASIC. Y esta noche me acompañan dos invitados de excepción, son Raúl Portales y Rafael Jannone. En principio tenemos aquí a Raúl, que ya está con nosotros. Y posteriormente se nos unirá Rafael a la llamada y podremos pues contar con su presencia y con sus comentarios. Buenas noches, Raúl, bienvenido. Gracias por estar aquí. Como sabéis, Raúl y Rafael son los dos jueces de nuestro concurso MSX Basic y ellos serán, pues, bueno, ellos han sido los encargados de examinar todos los videojuegos que se han presentado. En concreto han sido 10 entradas. Una de ellas no participa, no entra a participar. Y bueno, pues esta noche pues en directo vamos a repasar juntos esos videojuegos y podréis de primera mano pues ver, conocer sus impresiones a la hora de probar estos maravillosos videojuegos. Te quería preguntar, Raúl, aquí está entrando Rafael, a ver. Sí, ahora no pasa nada. Rafael, good night, good afternoon, good evening. Are you there? Oh, okay. How you doing? We are fine. We are just starting the live show tonight. Okay. Just a second. I'm going to set up the screens because the camera is not set correctly. Just a sec. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. We are reporting some problems with Raúl's microphone. They say se oye muy bajo. Se oye muy bajo. A Raúl no se le oye. What about, con respecto a Rafael, I think Rafael, your microphone is okay. We are just waiting for feedback from people to know if the microphones are working well, because some people say the volume is a little bit low. I think. Okay, a ver, let's see. I think it's my fault. Let's see. Let's see.
Put it higher. I don't want to talk too loud.
Okay. You tell. Let's see what people say. I'm raising up the volume. Let's see. So now it's good. It's better than before. Let's see. ¿Cómo se oye ahora, gente? ¿Se oye ahora un poquito mejor? ¿Se oye un poquito más alto? No, dice que a Rafael no se le oye. Solo se oye bien a Konamito. A ver ahora. Yes. I'm just asking people on the chat if they are listening to you correctly now. Let's see what they say. The Discord call is working fine here, but the audio that is getting outside the computer is not working fine. Let's see if this is fixed now. Raúl se sigue oyendo muy bajo. Let me check. Yeah. Okay. The volume is at 100% now. The audio from the computer. They should be receiving the volume in a 100%. Solo se oye con Amito. Okay. Let me see. Let's see, a ver, captura de salida de audio. Dispositivo. Let me see ahora. Now, is it working now?
Well, if you speak, they are not going to be able to see the difference.
I think it's working now. I think it's working now because I can see now the bars of the sound moving here when you speak. So okay, I think that OBS is capturing now the outgoing audio. So people should tell us if it works now.
Okay,
Ahora sí.
We can try. Yeah. Okay, now we're good.
We made it. Ok, para los usuarios del chat que quizás no lo oyeron antes, como comentaba Raúl, esta noche el directo va a ser en inglés porque tenemos con nosotros a Rafael, él no habla español, entonces para podernos comunicar principalmente utilizaremos el inglés. Es verdad que Raúl y yo hablamos español, entonces intentaremos traducir las partes que se puedan, las partes más importantes, y en todo caso intentaré cuando el vídeo se suba a YouTube esté en diferido añadir los subtítulos de manera manual.
I think either way, Rafa
¿Sí?
can follow most of the Spanish if we speak slowly.
Okay.
Because Portuguese is close enough to Spanish.
I can kind of figure out, but I wouldn't try to speak Spanish at all.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no problem. No
You can go in Portuguese if you want. We'll follow you as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Bueno,
cool.
So tonight we have Rafael Jannone. Jannone, is it correct, the pronunciation, Rafael?
Yeah, it's Jannone.
Jannone. Rafael Jannone and Raúl Portales, which are the judges for our MSX-BASIC contest. I'm proud to introduce you these two guys because they have done a real hard work analyzing the games. And tonight they are going to discuss about the games that enter in the contest. So welcome to Rafael. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure for me. And also thanks Raúl for coming here and stay with us in the live show.
Encantado, un placer.
Ok, bueno, pues lo que vamos a hacer esta noche, para que lo sepáis los del chat, vamos a probar los juegos de manera breve. No vamos a extendernos demasiado en la prueba de juegos, porque tampoco queremos que el directo de hoy no va a ser demasiado largo. Y mientras yo voy jugando, pues a turno hablarán Rafael y Raúl, comentando un poco las particularidades de cada uno de los juegos que se presentaron al concurso. Y vosotros en el chat pues podéis comentar alguna cosa, preguntar algo, y estarán aquí pues Raúl y Rafael para contestar esas preguntas. Si os parece bien, vamos a empezar con el primer juego. Lo que vamos a hacer también, quiero dejar claro que vamos a empezar. We are going to start from bottom up, eso es. De menos a más. Vamos a empezar por el último clasificado, que sería el 10º juego, hasta llegar al top 1, que sería el ganador del concurso, ¿vale? Es verdad que el misterio de quién será el ganador pues se mantendrá hasta el final, es verdad, y cada vez se reducirán más las opciones, pero al final pues bueno, sabremos quién es el ganador. Rafael, I was telling the people that we are going to start from bottom up, analyzing the games. I will play shortly the games, and you and Raúl can discuss by turns about the games and what you think, how they are made, and tip and tricks about the MSX-BASIC code. Is it fine for you?
Cool, let's go.
Okay.
And I completely forgot about the scores anyway, so it's going to be half a surprise for me. I don't remember the order anymore.
Okay. En cuanto a las notas, about the rankings, they will be available after this live show. They will be available on MSX Blog's website, and there you can read the complete report that these two wonderful people have made for you, and understand how they have analyzed the games. So I say that the report will be available after this live show. So I don't know, I don't remember the scores, but I have a table. I have a table at the end. Will reveal this table, this ranking.
Yeah, we were scoring them in the same categories as MSX Dev.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't score sound because my music ability is non-existent, so I just didn't use that category. but we use the same ideas, and then we average everything. So, but we are not gonna go into much detail. We're just gonna talk about the things we actually like of each game. So let's go. What was the first one?
Okay, let's see. I'm just preparing the emulator, and the surprise goes to. Let me see. We have here the games. We'll start by Space Cat. I have to Space Cat. It's a game just for learning purposes. A game made by Raúl Portales by himself, and I would like to introduce this game on the live show. And Raúl, you can talk briefly about your game. And as I stated before, this game is not participating in any way on MSX Basic contest. Okay, so let's start the emulator. I would change the what's going on. Okay, what's going on here?
So one thing I want to say about this game, I started writing it because I wanted to write a lander. Then I remembered that 10 years ago I actually built one for Android. I started at Make, and I always start the games in a single file in MSX, and then when they get complex enough, I start taking things apart, like file sets and sprites and all that stuff. And what I presented to the contest was that point. Like I reached the point where I have to start taking the tiles to another file and other things. So the game is working. All the mechanics, the physics, and all the stuff about the lander are there.
Let me see what's going on here. It says some syntax error. Okay. Sorry. This game needs. I forgot. This needs basic. Basic is here. Okay. All right. Reset. Okay. I will try to share my screen. Okay. Open MSX for you. Yeah, you're watching the emulator here. Okay, but it's just more like a proof of concept. Okay, it's just like a template for a more complex game, but it was designed by you just to encourage people to participate in the contest, right? Okay, for me, oh, let's see. Oh, it's done. Okay, I thought it was dead. Okay, so I think that the inertia is really good. I mean, you feel like you're piloting UFO, you know. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, we'll see a lot of games based on physics and landing in this MSX context. So we can say in some way that this idea came to the mind of the developers to release games for the contest using this proof concept proof. One in graphics. Okay, so this is just a game for fun, to encourage people to participate in a contest. Remember that this game is not entering officially the contest. So let's go for the second one, which is the first one entering on the contest, which is on and off. Okay, this is on and off. That uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Ah, yeah. What? Yeah, it's hard. It's not. It's not easy. It's not an easy game. I remember it not very easy. Okay.
And of course, if you are like me and if you are a software engineer and you use your short-term memory the entire day, it's a bit difficult to to kind of memorize the maze.
People were telling me that only me was they were listening just my microphone. I think it's fixing
Again.
now. Yes, I think it's fixing now. Let's see.
Let's see.
Sorry.
And one interesting thing is that they used the. I believe this guy used this screen one for the menus, which is a really interesting idea.
I think
When you do that,
it
it looks like a screen one. When you're in a single listing, it saves you a lot of headaches into making menus. You already have all your fonts and everything, and you can just make it, and it looks okay.
Yeah, and one thing I like is difficult levels. You know, I will try easy because hard. It's very hard. Well, I would try hard, and let's see what happens. Okay, we move this green sprite, and there's a bonus light, which is the lightning that gives us 3 seconds for watching the path. It takes a while loading the screen. Okay, here we are. Look by 3 seconds and then cloop, let's go off. Okay, it is showing us how to reach the goal. And now,
Yeah, do you remember?
No, I was I was watching, I was reading the chat, so I didn't remember.
3 to the right and then up.
Oh, no.
Yes, three to the right.
Ah, okay. 3 to okay. 3 to the right. Now up.
I think it's until almost the last one.
I think here.
So you keep going up.
Okay. What?
Oh, then you have to do the corners. Okay. Yeah, I remember now. More, go.
No.
What are you doing?
One more. Okay.
You don't necessarily need to go right.
Yeah, no, you don't have to step in everywhere.
Yeah, just follow. Don't follow the path.
Yeah, just don't
left
follow.
up, left up. No, go over there. Pick the lighting.
Okay, now we have 3 sounds.
Now you remember, and it's symmetrical, so.
I think it's here. I think it's here.
Yeah, you have to go to the end.
Oh.
It's down and right. You got it.
All right, done.
But see what I said? It's very original. But it's so easy to cheat because you just have to take a screenshot of the map, and then you're done. But I really enjoy it. It was super interesting.
Yep. Okay, now we go for level 2 from 10. We are playing on the hardest level.
Oh wow.
Oh. I'm so bad.
And this is only level 2, you know?
Yes. Oh, game over. Okay.
And falling sparks of death.
I play easy. Is my difficulty. Oh, this is hard for me. This is even hard for me.
And another thing is that the code of this game is super clean.
What you say is super clean, it means that it's not obfuscated. It has spaces, comments, and everything. Is what do you?
Yeah, it's really well organized. It's very easy to read. I mean, it's MSX-BASIC, okay? So it's not going to be as easy to read as a modern language.
Mm-hmm.
But for the language itself, the code is really well organized. It has the subroutines properly arranged. There's not many crazy things going around. You can follow the logic quite nicely. So it's really well organized. I really like reading the code of this game.
And for me, I don't know. I'm not coding expert, but for me, it looks like very. Fast. It's not very slow. Playing. Gameplay is not slow.
Yeah, you're not moving enemies. You're not verifying more than you're out of the path, so you don't really need to get any turbo or anything. It's a good idea that not having enemies, you don't need much speed, and you can do it with normal basic.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's interesting the way the entries in the contest sometimes work around basic limitations by carefully designing the scope of the game so that there are not lots of moving sprites and stuff like that. So this is a case where it's almost like a board game that you're just jumping tiles and there's not a really great load of processing happening. So
another really cool thing is he takes advantage of the play command to play the music. And I was looking at the code as we talk, and it has all the strings for all the place sequences for every level right down here, and it's pretty nice. I thought it was a super interesting idea.
Okay, so the code is very clean and organized. Raúl, you think this code could be a good starting point for learning BASIC, for example?
It may be too complex already, but
I mean, I'm talking about the way that it is structured. You know, I mean, you said it's clean and easy to understand. I mean, to understand, to find things if you know what you're looking for.
Yeah. So just interesting thing. It's 326 lines of code.
226.
It's ridiculous. BASIC allows you to make a game like this in slightly over 300 lines, including comments. So if you're used to modern languages, you use 300 lines to just print "Hello World" in the screen nowadays.
I have the score here. I have the report here opened in another window, and I can see this game obtained average rank of 4.77, which is very nice. And you guys, the best points went for originality with a 6. You and Rafael, you guys the same points. 6 points for originality. 6 points out of 10. So I think is good. It's pretty good. I mean, for MSX basic game.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, so let's visit the next game, which is Captain Creek. Captain Creek.
Oh, there's a couple of games that have a problem, which is when you create a lot of tiles and a lot of sprites in BASIC, it takes a lot of time to populate the RAM and to load it. It's not we didn't took any points from it because it's a limitation of the system. You just cannot do it any other way. But it's one of the things, if you move to multiple files, you can load the entire sprites and the entire tile set with a single line, and it will be much faster. But you have to move into releasing the game in a disk or in a ROM file.
Yeah.
But it will make it much faster. It will be the first thing I will recommend to everyone that is working on this. You'll see significant loading times for
graphics,
preparing the VRAM. Yeah, and the other thing is this is something I learned very late. If you tokenize your basic code, it actually loads much faster, and the only thing you have to do, you have to press key. You have to press key when you start the MSX to free a little bit of memory for it.
Yeah, I forgot that. All right, I rested the game.
This game is taking memory to the limits. You know, it uses MSX Basic Kun to go faster, and that reduces the amount of memory you have available because you have your basic program and the compile program at the same time in memory, so you essentially have half the RAM. And yeah, this is about as much as you can do without starting to split it in multiple files. There's just not more memory in the computer.
So it's taking the MSX Basics capabilities or to the limit. I mean the about space.
You cannot do much more in a single file. It's just you hit the limits.
One thing I like this from this game. The first time I watched it, I played it, was the graphics. I like the graphics, the tile set. is cool. I like it.
It's very stylish.
Yeah, the idea of the game is very original as well, because you have to go into these boxes and figure out the card that you pick for which one it is. And it pretends to be as you fixing the spaceship. But
Yes.
my issue with this game, okay, it moves very nicely and very fluid
But
because it's compiled, but the
jump.
the jump and the collisions with the tiles, it's just
It's annoying.
it's missing something, and you cannot really do it.
Yeah. Here, for example, I try to jump to the platform on the right, and it looks like a collision. The
exactly.
sprite collides here on the edge, not on the edge, near the edge of the platform, and it doesn't let me go up to the platform. So
It's a pity, because the game is very fluid, it's very polished.
yeah,
But this makes it almost unplayable, and it's the same because you can see how much effort is being made in this game,
yeah,
and it's still, you see the potential, but it's hardly playable.
yes,
So frustrating. And it's frustrating unintentionally. I don't think the developer wanted us to be frustrated like this.
no,
Like, I don't know, in an abusable way, so to speak, to be frustrated. No, I don't think this is intentional.
no. I think
It took
it's a bug.
me.
I think it's a bug.
It took me several tries to be able to jump from platform to
Yes,
platform and
yes.
finish a couple of screens.
Yes, I think I made it until level 3 or so, but the jump is annoying. I mean, here I should jump to the platform on the right, because there's no way to to go up here. If I keep pushed the space key, it looks like jumps higher, but just on a vertical. But no,
Yeah,
I cannot.
the collisions are all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I made it.
I got it, yeah. I have to jump. You have to visualize your jump in the diagonal.
Oh,
And
diagonal.
clear the path. Yeah, clear the path on the diagonal that you're going to jump. Otherwise, as soon as it hits the head with anything, it falls.
Yeah. See. No.
See, you keep it pressed. That was the right one. The beeping was correct. Okay, the game is about finding the cars and matching them with the boxes, and then you have to keep it pressed until it until you unlock all the keys. But you have to keep it pressed. It's like you're entering the code.
See, until
I understand the mechanic and I understand the flavor, but it's not coming through properly.
Okay. This is good.
You have to wait.
Okay. One done.
I get the mechanics that the developer was going for, but it doesn't go through as the reason why you should be waiting so long.
Yeah. Because you're wasting time.
Yeah, you're trying to enter the code into the computer and unlocking that, and of course it will take time. But I don't think the mechanics serves a good gameplay experience.
No.
I don't know.
Because
It's a pity because you can see that it was made with a lot of love and with a lot of dedication, but it has these small things that completely ruin the experience.
Yeah, it looks like a very with a game with a high potential, for me. But gameplay is about what we have talked about. Jumping is annoying. It's completely annoying. Oh well, I did it at the first time now, but I just fall again, and I try to jump up again, and it's almost impossible. Okay, you have to find the right path to go up. Okay, I should be able to jump here between those two platforms, and it's impossible. And I lost the car. I have to wait for the next one for falling, and now go and try to open another lock. I think it's a good idea, and it should turn a best game with a little bit work, polishment, you know, in my opinion.
I think Captain Kirk should really fire the engineer who created this spaceship.
Yes. We are about to explode. And this is correct, but we don't have enough time. We lost a lot of time trying to jump, you know. It's a pity because I think it looks like a good game. Good graphic style. It moves fast and everything, but jumping is annoying. Totally annoying.
It's very frustrating.
Yep. Okay, so this was Captain Kirk. If you want to know the ratings, we have here 4.80, and the best aspect of the game was originality for Raúl. He gave the game a 6, and Rafael gave a 7 on graphics. So those are the best points obtained by this game, Captain Kirk. So let's go for the next one.
And he did remove all the spaces in the code.
Okay, so it's very obfuscate, complicated.
But you know that the theory says that it executes faster because BASIC is interpreted, so it has to read the spaces and interpret them, and you don't need them because the way it's processed, if you start an instruction and it's a well-known one, the parser actually reads them properly. So the spaces are unnecessary and they add a little bit of a slowness. Yeah.
And also saves RAM memory.
That too.
So we have now Super Cabra. This game, I have to admit that this game was a complete surprise. The first time I read the name of a game, and we have on the chat Oscar Urra, which is the author of the game. Welcome, Oscar, and everyone on this chat. We are going to talk about Super Cabra, which is a words play with Super Cobra, which is one of the most known games from Konami.
So if we have the developer here, you even did indentations in the for loops. That is beautiful. I love it.
Let's see the intro screen. Super Cabra reminds us the Super Cobra intro screen, and the subtitle says Una aventura cabruna, which is a good subtitle for Spanish speakers. I like it.
Yeah.
So let's play with keyboard, pressing 3. The intro music, so familiar.
Yeah. He makes a lot of amazing tricks to draw the screens faster. Like you see, like the stars and the ground, and the way he actually draws the screen is with using print statements. It's crazy. It's very ingenious. I love the code of this game. It was so much fun. And funny thing is, it's quite fluid, and it's also not using turbo at all. It's just pure BASIC as it is.
So it's not using CAM BASIC, turbo BASIC.
No. And I love the goat. The sprite of the goat is just fantastic.
Oh, I knew I was going to die, but I just needed to make it.
I think this game, I know the author, I think, told us that he didn't have time to finish it, all the things he wanted to do.
Yeah, he told
And-
that. He told that on Twitter. I read
Yeah.
about that. Sorry.
So my advice is take it to the next level and present it to MSX base to the dev contest.
Yes,
Yes.
as I said on Captain Creek, I think this game is a good starting point for a bigger game. I would like to
Yeah.
see more fluid, more enemies, and more Super Cabra, because the idea I think is amazing. I mean, is funny, and I enjoyed playing this game, and the scenario changes on different levels. You know.
Like, yeah. This,
Yeah, and I
this
think the
red
level
row of the
sorry, Raúl.
No, you talk at the same time.
I was going to say the level design could be tuned a little bit to avoid traps at the beginning, I think.
Uh huh.
Just to not feel unfair to the player, but I guess it could. I mean, the author could really add some things in the levels, make it a bigger game for MSX dev for sure. This has lots of potential, I think.
Yeah.
I agree that the main character is really cute. That
Yeah.
animation and the sound, combined with the sound, it's really, really cute.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. He uses play for the intro music, and then he uses sound command for the sound effects. So they actually don't lag. That's a lot of attention for detail. I don't know if the developer was expecting me to read the code to that level of detail, but I did, and I absolutely love the idea he has for writing. Passing to the next screen and redrawing the next stage. You see how fast it was? It is an amazing set of tricks that he's doing there. It was amazing. I love reading this code. This game. I would have sent this code to a newspaper, to a magazine of the 80s, and I'm sure it will have been published. This is the perfect game for learning to write MSX. It's really well organized, it's fun, it's not too long, and it has a lot of interesting ideas.
Oh,
you also
over.
have time. I forgot it was time over.
Yeah, you have time, and also if you pick up the mushroom, you lose time. You lose seconds on your counter. They are asking Oscar Rura.
The gold enters a trip after eating the mushroom, maybe, and loses time, I guess.
Repeat again, please, Rafael. I didn't understand what you said. I didn't hear it.
I just guess when the goat eats the mushroom, it starts on a trip, then loses time, I think.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it happened before. They're asking on the chat if Oscar Ura is going to finish the game. And they saying we need Super Cabra 2, which scroll and lasers. I think as we have discussed here, I think it's a good starting point for a bigger, better game. So, personally, congratulations, Oscar, for this idea. I think you can take it to the next level in the future if you want. Okay. And just playing until I lose this life, and then we'll switch to the next game.
Don't eat the mushroom.
No, I won't. I will not. Okay. I would like to finish this first stage and show the people the second one as the scenario changes its color. I think it's red or blue, I don't remember. Oh, screw it. Alright, I'll try. Just this screen. If not, we're going to switch the game. Oscar says that maybe he will finish it. He will like. We hope so, Oscar.
We hope so, definitely.
All right. All right. Levels are for a basic game. Levels are, in my opinion, are long. You know, there are plenty of screens. I don't remember how many. I think it's 10 screens. I don't remember each level. He said, Oscar Ura, he said that he made three stages. So this is the one.
I have to jump over, yeah.
Oh, okay, the house. Oh, okay. I feel like a good gamer, you know. All right, so this is Super Cabra, and we have discussed about the the ratings. Let's see, Super Cabra, Spanish word, which goat. Well, we have 4.82. And for Raúl Portales, the best points went for polished and graphics with a 5 out of 10. And Rafael, he remarked gameplay, polished, and sound with a 6. So we have 4.82 for Super Cabra. Congratulations, Oscar Urra. You're here visiting us. Congratulations for your game. Let's see. Let's switch to the next game, which is Msx Mansion.
Oh, that one. That one's very interesting concept.
All right, let's reset the game, the computer.
This game was very, very weird in the sense that
yes,
you have power-ups and you have to use them. But the power-ups reset for an entire set of levels and you can only use them once. So
yeah,
it's meant to have a lot of replayability, because the first level you can solve in many different ways. When you get to the second level, you have less power-ups, but you don't know how the second level looks like, so you actually have to get there first, find that you use the wrong power-up, start the game again, and use them in the right order. And I thought it was very cool idea to force people to retrace and think over several screens, how should I use the power-ups? I thought it was super interesting.
Let's see, it's taking a while for loading. As you said before with Captain Creek, this game I think is using a lot of space, using all the space and RAM for loading the game. We have here the intro screen, which is made by Draw, I think. Msx Mansion by MSX Murcia 2022. Music Gabriel Cafarena. It has a nice tune for the intro.
This is another one that decided that the spaces were not necessary.
Alright. Cool tune. I like it. I like the music. Congratulations to Gabriel Cafarena. You said, Rafael, about the music.
It really sets the mood.
And this is another time where you can see people making use of play, which is one of these underrated basic commands. And yeah, you see you have like the 5 power-ups on the right, and you can solve this first screen in so many different ways, but then you're gonna use the one that you need in a later stage. You have to be planning very carefully over at least 5 games to finish the first level.
Because if you finish, if you run out one of your superpowers of your power-ups, you won't have it available for the next level. So maybe it will be more difficult to finish the next one.
I think the style in the middle of a dungeon crawler and the Beggarland mystery style is something in between, and it's an interesting mix. And this is another game that doesn't use turbo at all. So this speed of enemies moving and responding to the keyboard and everything this is pure basic.
Pure basic. I'm just
which is quite impressive.
Yeah, it is impressive. Although I think if it used like X-Basic or Basic Kun, this could really make it more playable, because it's quite hard to move the character. It takes some time for the script to render.
Yeah.
I suspect this game is a bit big in terms of lines. So if they use MSX Basic, could it probably run out of RAM? But I would actually try to compile it with MSX Bus to ROM as the next step, and if you can make it go more fluid,
a little bit faster.
Yeah, and you can take. So right now the game has all the screens are in data files. It's a lot. So instead, if you draw each screen, each game area as a screen of screen 2, and then you load it using bloat or bloat, it's gonna be, the code is gonna be smaller. It's gonna load faster, and you can also use a lot more different tiles and a little bit more colorful. And you will not have to do that in code. You can do that in an editor. So that will be my recommendation for the author, to try to do that. And imagine this with more colors and more different tiles.
And more fluid, but more faster.
Yeah.
A little bit faster.
So,
Yeah, I agree.
The effort that has been made in making this game, in what I was telling now, is not much. So I think it will be a very cool next step for the author, and I totally encourage them to give it a try.
I have now. Okay. I used to.
And now,
I used to the sword and I don't remember. And the lightning. So I broke a wall, and also I killed an enemy. So now I just have 3 powers. You're
not going to be able to escape. So you saw this reload of the screen. You cannot do much faster in Basic. But if you have this as a separate screen, it will load in like one cycle pretty much. Which again, it was not allowed for this contest, but if you want to give it a try and take it into MSX Dev, definitely try to do that.
Oh, sorry. With the ladder, you can climb up the walls, the brick walls, and I just suspended by error, so I don't have it. But now I'm here, and I think I'll be able to open the door and then go to the next level. All right. The worst thing for me is this game is the speed of the character moving. But as you said, it's pure basic, so there's not much we can do about that.
I mean, you're moving a character, you're checking collisions with tiles, and you're checking collisions with other sprites, and you're not compiling it. Like, I'm surprised it is this fluid.
Yeah, it could be even more slower.
This is optimized massively. I mean, this is extremely fluid for what it is.
But the idea, I like the idea. using different objects and combining them. When you use one of them, it's lost forever, and you have to figure out how to finish the next level. I think it's a good. It has it's a good game in this aspect, you know.
Now you can see that the only way to get out of here is probably with the ladder, and you spend it in the previous level, so you're blocked.
Yeah, I'm blocked. I cannot push the box, which or use the ladder, which will help me to climb up the wall. Let's see what I have here. The force. Oh, I can push the blocks.
Not enough. You cannot pass. You can only push them one.
Just only one character. Oh, I'm stuck. So.
Yeah. So Rafa, what do you thought about this one? Cool.
Yeah, I think if it could have been sped up a little bit, and maybe do not deter the progress completely if you lost an item, but maybe make it harder. I think it will be an interesting choice to evolve this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what you said about maybe improving the tiles, yeah, I think so. It will make it is easier to understand the layout of the levels,
mm-hmm.
and maybe make out what the enemies actually are. Otherwise, I can't tell what is a bat or it's a I don't know.
Or spider or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty small characters. Okay, so let's see the ratings for Mansion, MSX Mansion. We have as I stated before, the complete report will be available on MSX blog after this live show, so you can encourage you, or we encourage you to read it all, because there are all the impressions, comments, and the complete analysis from our judges about the 10 games that enter on the contest.
And I thought we were going to be done by 10, by 11, and it's already 10 past.
And
we are halfway through.
Yes, we are on the half of table. Well, MSX Mansion obtained a 4.90, almost a 5, and for Raúl, the best aspect of the game was gameplay and originality. And about Rafael, he reported that gameplay and originality was the best. So in this game, both of them, our judges, gave the same points to the same aspects, gameplay and originality. So MSX Mansion gets a 4.90. Let's go for the next one, Crazy Jump. Crazy Jump, a platform game.
It's a great concept. I think this is one where Rafa and I disagree a lot. I think the game has a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I love physics games. It's based on parabolic movement, and it's nice. The problem is because it doesn't use any compilation or basic Kun or MSX-BASIC ROM or anything. The calculations of the physics are very slow, and the gameplay suffers massively. So if you actually play it on a MSX Turbo machine, the game is a lot more enjoyable. And if you manage to modify the game so it can be compiled with MSX Basic Kun, the game is a lot better. But graphically, it's actually really cool.
It's beautiful, yes. And has good tune for the intro.
I have to say, this is a very charismatic game.
Very charismatic game.
The character, I will buy a t-shirt with the main character. I mean,
is our particular Sonic, because the character is it's a hedgehog.
yeah, Sonic's cousin. Instead of hedgehog, it's a physics professor.
All right, it's loading. I guess it's loading the game.
Yeah, this is another game that it has a lot of different tiles. So when you load a game for the first time, it takes a lot.
But it's beautiful. I mean, the first impression is, oh, it's a beautiful game. Graphics looks nice. The character is fancy and funny, and the background, you know, the different the text, I don't know the name in English. The word doesn't come to my mind now. The la trama is, I like it, on the trees, on the clouds, the different colors for grass and ground. I mean, it looks nice. Graphically, it looks very nice. So we have to calculate our angle and force to help our hedgehog to go forward on the screen. Let's see here, maximum power.
I love how he goes like paddling in the air.
Yeah,
It's really funny.
moving the hands.
Okay, am I the only one that keeps remembering Hyper Sports Javelin Throw when he sees this game?
No, it reminds you the same, because in that game you had to calculate the angle and the power. Yes, it's the same mechanic. The first screen is I selected 90 degrees, so it's going almost vertical.
Another thing that I want to call your attention on, the amount of polishing on the graphics is not only just the tiles, the ground, the grass, the trees, the character, the clouds, font.
The font, yes, it uses a custom font.
Yeah,
So,
it is, and it's a really cool one. I think it goes really well with the character. And also, it makes tricks very similar to the ones that the Super Capra was using to redraw the screen very quickly. Because this is not compiled at all, so it makes all sort of tricks to redraw the screens fast. You're gonna end in the water.
no, I have not. I'm going to prepare. I'm going to prepare my best jump in my whole life. I need to reach the other platform. I think that
Always go for 45 degrees.
45. Let's calculate 45. Is just in the middle. Stack it on the middle. Oh, and 50 newtons. Oh, come on. You'll make it. You'll make it. Yes.
Actually,
yes.
you know that it is slow, but it adds some tension to the
Yeah.
plot. You know.
Yes. One thing I like is the animation, as you talked before. The hedgehog moving the arms and the eyes is so beautiful. I think it's a beautiful game. It should be more fun using Turbo Basic or making it on assembler, but it's a good starting point for me. In my opinion, it's a good game.
This is another one that has. I think we only have two types of games in terms of how the code is organized. There are the games that are very clean with spaces and comments and everything, and the games that are absolutely packed with one-letter variables, no spaces. This one has spaces, it has comments, it has subroutines. It is really well organized as well.
All right, I tried this jump, and if you don't have more comments, we'll switch to the next game. Okay, see. Let's see what happens.
You got us all hanging here. See if you're gonna make it or not.
Me either. Oh no. He's going to die. Bye. All right. So we have played Crazy Jump, a platform game. A very good game. I like it, even though it's a little bit slow. But remember, guys, we are talking about MSX Basic games, and most of them, they don't use Turbo Basic. They're just pure Basic with a good knowledge and use of the code, not using spaces and using other tricks to make it more accurate. So remember that this is not assembler, this is not AAA games, just MSX games, and you can see how MSX Basic can be a good starting point for making fun games.
Again, this I would totally recommend the author to take the tile set into a separate binary file and compile it with MSX bus to ROM, and the game will feel completely different. And then maybe tweak it a little bit more and present it to MSX Dev. Definitely.
Okay. They're asking here that it reminds a golf game also. You said it reminds Raúl. It reminds you. To a hyper sport game, and Jose Lopez Gonzalez says that it reminds him golf game. So I think I agree with him. Calculating angle and power, strength. Okay. Let's go for another game. We are now in top 5. If I'm not misunderstanding, we are in top 5. Let's see. Yes, we are now entering on top 5, and the next game will be The Hole.
Oh, it's another game that make the graphics like to a really high standard for a single listing MSX Basic games. Like this Super Jump and The Hole are really taking it to the next level in terms of like the stage design, the amount of colors, and all that.
All right.
I think you're mute, Raúl. Okay.
The Hole. And also we have here in the chat, we have Juan Morales. Congratulations, Juan, for your game. We are done. We are now going to play and discuss it. It takes a while to load. Just stay tuned.
If we have the developer, I'm going to talk about a couple of design decisions I disagree with as a game designer.
I hope
the first one.
I hope. I think he will take them as a good advice. Don't worry. Go ahead.
I was very frustrated that every time you die, the keys reset. Because I was like, I was calculating all the stuff. I was almost done. Then I made a miscalculation. I die, and I have to start the level from the beginning. It was so frustrating. I'm not sure if it was intentional to frustrate the users or to make the game harder or to make it last longer, but that particular one, it drove me crazy.
I think it's a bit on the punitive side, the game design.
Yeah.
And also, if you notice, the jump is slightly higher than the object that you're supposed to jump over, and it's all very pixel perfect. So if you die and then you die and then you lose all the keys, so you have to start over.
Start over again. Yes. The music sounds good also.
This is great.
Oh, the story is also pretty crazy. It's so much fun.
And about the musician is the same as Msx Mansion, Gabriel Cafarena, Beat Cafe. Congratulations for this beautiful tune. All right, we're starting the game. This game for me has, as I said about Crazy Jump, has a very beautiful graphic set. I like the work done here on graphics. I mean, for a player, it's looks fine for the player at the first time, you know.
Here you can see the same problem we were talking before. When you do everything in BASIC and you have a lot of tiles and a lot of sprites, it just takes forever and you cannot do anything about it.
Yeah,
it's just a limitation of the format that we decide to have the contest on. So it is what it is. You just have to be patient. It's better than loading for a tape.
Yes, it's faster. I like to remark that, as you said, we are playing just MSX BASIC games, not assembler games or modern games. So, due to the language format, it takes a lot of time for loading. All right, I need to jump the bubble. It's very fluid. The game, it moves fast. It's easy to control.
This is a very fun design decision. Is that because the sprites in MSX are transparent and single color, the fact that the enemy is a bubble that is transparent, it was a really smart choice. Really, really smart. But it's just too hard. This game is just too hard.
Yeah, the first screen is easy, but it will get harder.
The music is amazing.
Music is awesome, yeah.
Yeah, music is so
Sound
good.
effects can be a little bit grating sometimes, but the music's awesome.
One thing I like is you can control the player on the air and maneuver. And maneuvering, going back and forth to avoid the bubble. So it's not just jumping forward or backward. You can control your jump. It's easier for... Oh, the bubble is very smart. It's going for me. Ole.
This game is very difficult, but
I like
it's
it's a bit difficult, but I like the jump, you know. I enjoy a lot jumping like this and controlling my player and avoiding the enemies.
The other thing is funny. Both the locks and the keys are actually drawn using, I believe it's the draw command. They are not sprites, they are not tiles. They are actually drawn using the basic commands for that.
And as you said before, I had two locks open and now they're closed. I have to start over from the beginning.
That is too frustrating.
Yeah, it's a pain in the neck. But
so
it's intended by
yeah, it's intended. Fine. Okay. It's a conscious decision.
Yeah.
It was very interesting to the choice to use draw for the locks and for the keys instead of creating more tiles. I thought it was and the hole as well. It was cool. It uses everything that BASIC has that is flexible and handy to make use of it and make a better game. It's really pushing BASIC into quite to the limits, and also it also uses sound for the effects, so there is no lag when you do the effects. But for the more complex music, it uses play, as it uses everything that BASIC has. It's quite some work in there.
I gotta tell, if I had this as a kid, if I had this on tape on disc, back in the 80s, it would have blown my mind. I mean, I would have looked at these listings for those games like Black Magic.
Yeah, it could have been a commercial game in that time.
You're gonna die with the third key, and you're gonna go back to no keys.
Oh, don't tell me that, man.
It's what happened to me almost every time.
Too much pressure for me. I make it. I go for the next screen.
I think I only managed to get to screen 3.
Oh. It reminds me Athletic Land. Oh, this is hard. This is harder than before. Okay. I have 5 lives left. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that I have to put my sprite here.
I'm surprised because that didn't feel like a sprite collision.
No, it didn't look like that, but I don't know what happened. I died. I knew I died. All right.
And the movement of the enemies and everything is really well put together.
Yes.
This game is really good. My issue is that it's just too hard.
Well work. Good work down here in this game. All right.
Little guy. I mean, this is the worst job ever. Would have quit first day.
I try to make it to the next screen. All right. Can you imagine that I will die now? They will die now.
It happened to me so many times when I was trying out the game that it wouldn't surprise me.
All right.
I died coming back with the third key so many times.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. Let's see. All right.
Well done.
Good. I like this game. Good work. Graphics, music, gameplay, everything. Oh. Okay. It died. The bubble dies here. All right. We'll leave it here. We go for the next one. And before that, we're going to review a little bit the points given to this game. 5.25 is the final points for this game, and Raúl thinks that polished and graphics are the best aspects of a game, giving a 5 to both of them, and Rafael, sound is the best rank, the best rating for this game is for sound with a 7. So 5.25 is the points obtained by this game in this contest. Juan Morales dice que no sé qué está diciendo, pero a ver, que lo tengo cortado con esto. Juan Morales, no sé qué está diciendo, pero suena bien. Bueno, estamos diciendo básicamente que el juego tiene muy buen trabajo detrás de él. Es un juego que tiene, yo lo decía, un aspecto gráfico muy bonito, muy llamativo desde el principio, a primera vista. Me gusta mucho que el salto se pueda manejar el sprite en el aire. Y luego el tema de la música. Y luego comentaba Raúl también y Rafael también decían que el tema de la dificultad es bastante elevada y que es muy frustrante que te maten, cada vez que te matan, tienes que volver a empezar a jugar la pantalla desde el principio. Básicamente eso, pero que el juego tiene muy buen trabajo detrás. Hay muy buen trabajo detrás de este juego. Felicidades, Juan.
A mí me desmoralizó mucho lo de tener que volver a empezar con los 3 candados desde el principio cada vez que me mataban. Me desmoralizó mucho y lo dejé por eso. Si no, habría seguido jugando más adelante, pero eso me frustró demasiado.
Sí, es un Dark Souls del MSX. Es un Dark Souls, un Elden Ring, que ahora está de moda. Ok.
Sí.
Bueno, vamos a pasar al siguiente. Perdón, que estábamos hablando en inglés, se me va la cabeza y me pongo a hablar en español. Let's go for the next game. We are now on top 4. We have Island War, and a strategy game. For me, a very original idea.
I think it was very original. It felt like playing Civilization, but in a very simplified way.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I really like it because basic is going to be slow, and you cannot draw. Drawing is slow, so he actually made a very nice initial screen. He took care of drawing it all together, like these islands and all that, all the colors, all the contour of the islands is really cool. And it got all these menus, and then you draw it once.
Mm-hmm.
I like how he managed to convey a sense of maybe wars on the past, where you have this like teleprompter or something like that.
Okay. Yes, the texts.
And you have like print reports that reminds you of something in the past, wars in the past. And yeah, it's about managing resources, and it's a turn-based, so it's all very fitting for basic game, I think.
Yeah, I'm not. These are not games for me. I don't like strategy games, but this one looks easy to understand, and for me it's very affordable for people that like me that don't like strategy games, and I had a good time playing it in the past. So let's. Oh, go ahead.
I got the feeling that this game has a dominant strategy, and once you know it and you figure it out, the game is not going to change much. So the goal is to learn it, but once you learn it, it's probably okay. You're manufacturing weapons. Oh
Yes.
my God! You're putting all your neighbors in alert.
Yes. Yeah, that now I have propaganda hits 2 million lives. All right, so you can build weapons. I mean, manufacture weapons, make propaganda against your enemies. Also,
But
deploy
it took me like 3
radars.
times. It took me 3 times to read that the top 6 icons are actually the shortcuts for the actions, which is M for manufacturing weapons, A for arming missiles, L for launching the missiles, D for defense,
Wow.
P for propaganda, and I is for info, I think.
Info, yes.
Kill 39 million. That's good. Like
There's
when this game was presented, we were not witnessing a war in Europe.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It was. we look at it with a completely different perspective than nowadays. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Maybe-
The current situation. This game is not the best suit for now, but
Yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't make it a bad game. It's a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. Maybe it's not as fun as before, as 1 month before, but it looks it is still a good game and easy. I mean, easy to play, and it takes a little bit of time to understand and control all the actions and destroy your enemies. So I think it's a good game to spend a whole evening playing on your MSX, and everything looks well done. Well packed.
Also like how the results of your actions are represented. There's like little animations and icons and stuff.
Yes. Let's attack A1. A ver. Confirm. Yes. Shut down. Oh, well, yeah. They have an anti. Counter-Strike air missiles. So
this game is really well rounded. Like, you know, all the details. The game is what it is. It doesn't try to be more than what it is, but it does it really well.
Yeah. Very effective, the game.
the propaganda was like the weapon. I mean, weapon that it was most weird for me in this game. And it was like, wow, propaganda as a weapon. And it works like a weapon, you know, giving information about bad information or false information about your enemies. And you can strike your enemies in their own country. So I was surprised that the author of this game, Msx included this weapon on the game. It's very, very original.
Yeah, he called it propaganda. You can see that it's inspired by the 80s. Now it would have been called fake news.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Let's see if I Riot's launch missile attack. Launch missile. C3. Let's see what happened. Confirm. Yes. Yeah. It hit. Well, this is Island War, a strategy war game, and let's see the points on the report. Island War. His author is Zoran Matsenik. Well,
it's also a very well organized code, and it's very long. Like, I think this is the longest code we had, like 600 lines.
600 lines. Ooh.
It's pretty big for a basic game.
Maybe it's the longest. I don't know. Maybe you know it, Raúl. Is the longest listing from the contest?
I think so.
Or one of the longest.
It is. I think it's the longest.
Mm-hmm.
You see.
Yeah,
right. It is the longest. Captain Kirk was almost as long, but not. This is. It has all the artificial intelligence of the enemies and all of the stuff. So it is quite complex.
Okay. Yeah. It's what we're saying now is interesting. Maybe it could look like, simple at the first sight, but as you have said now, it has a lot of calculations and a artificial intelligence inside to make the game run. So this part of the game takes a lot of lines in the listing.
Yeah, it's a fairly complex game.
Mm-hmm.
It's really well rounded.
All right, so we have for this game 5.35, and Raúl pointed that originality was the best aspect of a game, giving a 6. And about Rafael, Polish, gave an 8 to the game, remarking that Polish was the best aspect of a game. Remember, 5.35 for Island War. Congratulations to Zoran Matsenik for this game. All right, let's go for top 3 or top 4. I don't remember now. Let's see, maybe I'm wrong. Top 3. All right, guys, we are entering top 3. We have 3 games. Only one will be the winner of the contest. Ice Hopper is the 3rd game on the table. Ice Hopper. Hopper? No, Hopper. Hopper. Ice Hopper.
Yeah.
All right, let's reset.
Another cool physics game.
Yeah, this is very cool. I was again taking another look at the listing, and it is very short. It's
Very
like
short.
224 lines.
Wow, surprising.
It's very packed, and it is absolutely unreadable. This code is hyper optimized, and it's just very, very difficult to follow. I mean, it's what you get when you optimize the code that much, right?
Yeah.
If you want to learn how to program in BASIC, don't try to understand how this game works, because it's very, very complicated.
Very complicated. The thing I didn't like from this game was the jump. As I studied from Captain Creek, I think this game has the jump is also very, very, very frustrating. You'll see now. I don't know if for you, Rafael and Raúl, the jump was a difficult aspect of a game or a frustrating aspect of a game when you played it or not.
I didn't think that was as frustrating as Captain Kirk. There are some issues with it, and on the first playthrough I was trying to do jumps on a certain way. When I played for the second time, I realized you could actually take much more advantage of the red wall.
Yes.
And that made it easier. So I revised my judgment on this game.
Yeah, the same happened to me at the first. I mean, it's not frustrating, but you need to learn how to, as you have said, how to control the jump and make a good use of the laterals of the screen, because the sprite can bounce against them and jump higher.
Also, the fact that you can jump from below a platform. I mean, you don't hit your head on the platform when you jump from below.
Yeah.
That will help sometimes. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so pretty bad.
You are in the screen for selecting difficulty. You know that.
I don't know. Maybe it's I think amateur is too much for me. I need a novice.
I found that the inertia on the ice was a little bit too much, and it made it very hard to stop in the platforms.
It's what happened to me.
I also think is there by design. Is what makes the game be the game that it is. You know. And
the title, it's the Ice Hopper. Yeah. So I think that's what based the entire design of the game around this the fact that you were it's hard to control over the ice.
And the animation when you die of the little guy is also really fun. The graphic quality, the tiles, there are not many tiles, but they really convey the eyes and the spikes and all that really nicely. And one thing is, in this screen, I actually managed to fall between the springs and the end of the screen, and then it kept falling. I went out of bounds.
Oh.
So I found a glitch in this game. It was right there where you was just jumping. I managed to get out of bounds with the wrong collision. So it was very strange.
I also remarked that on the, when trying the game, there are some collision aspects that were kind of buggy sometimes. By the way, one trick to move faster sometimes is not to jump on the red platform, but just to run to it.
Yeah, that's something I discovered the second time. You just have to touch it. You don't have to jump on top of it.
Okay, it's automatic jump.
Yeah, just
On the
just
spring.
walk.
Oh,
If you are
just
in the-
walk, not jump. Okay, I understand. Just walk through the spring and you jump up. Oh,
So here you just move right. You don't have to jump. Just move right.
okay.
And then you just pretty much exit this. I think the game design is done to teach you this, because
Yeah.
this screen is like much easier if you do it that way. Level design is really good.
Yeah. And
It's just the collisions are need a little bit of work.
yeah,
But this was really fun game.
it take a little bit time controlling the inertia, but once you control it,
it can be a little bit stressful. You have to really pay attention to your movement.
yeah.
I
At
mean,
least it doesn't have a time, you know. You're not rushed to finish the level, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a good point that it doesn't have limited time for finishing the. Oh, too much inertia.
that face,
face is awesome.
guy, sad face is so cool.
And you can see he's happy when he's jumping. He opens the mouth. It's like happy, you know.
I really like how the graphics are simple but super effective in conveying like the eyes
Yeah.
and the candy cane style of the walls and all that.
Hago game. This game could have appeared on magazines back in the 80s, for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe commercial. Why not? Maybe it could have been commercial game. Because don't forget that we got MSX basic games back in the 80s in a commercial way.
I think you're getting the hang of it.
What?
I think you're getting the hang of it. You're getting.
Yes. I'm getting better. Yes.
This is something interesting that look at that. It looks like easy now.
Yeah.
It's all about practice.
Yes.
Some of the games we've been looking at, they are done in screen 1, which is very interesting because it's not as powerful as screen 2,
Yeah.
but it allows you use like print statements to draw the screens, and this is one of those. I think Super Cabra was another one. I think Msx Mansion was using screen 1 as well. So it's very interesting how people decide to go for screen 1, which has less colors than screen 2, but it has some good things. I wouldn't think that this is a screen 1 game. It's really well done.
I'm very concentrated on jumping
It
on the last platform.
It also has a custom font.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, it has a custom font. Yes. I think it's very polished, this game. Oh, I lost my life. All right, guys, we'll leave it here. This ice hopper. What about points? Let's see. Ice hopper. We have 5.52. This is top 3. This is the third game, the third best game in the contest, with a final rating of 5.52. And Raúl Portales remarked gameplay as the best aspect of a game, also with graphics, gameplays and graphics. And Rafael polished was the best aspect of a game. Giving he gave 7 for polished. in this ice hopper. So congratulations to Hago Game for this third place. And now we are going for the second. We are getting close to the top one, the winner. All right.
This
we have
second place is a really weird game, man.
Yeah, it's just, as I mean, I have to say here that Jose Soto Gandara, the author of the game, he is a specialist making weird games on MSX. And Andrea Petkovic, tennis tournament. I remember, where was that guy? The other one? ¿Dónde está? No, there was another game. I have. Let me look for his games on MSX Games World, because they're weird. They're weird.
You can start loading it while you search, maybe.
Yep.
We haven't said which game it is.
Okay. Yes. Let's go. Reset. Let's press Control. Let's press Control. Second place for.
I think we have to comment this one in Spanish.
Yes. Yeah.
Because in particular, you got all the clues that you get, or all the dialogue that you get after you exhausted the clues. It's very strange Spanish joke dialogue, and it's just so much fun.
Yes.
You know what I was thinking when I was playing it? It reminded me of Monkey Island sword fighting.
Yes, that kind of fun, that kind of funny, of jokes, that kind of jokes. We were referring to ¿Quién mató al conde Roquefort? Al conde de Roquefort 2.
¿No? Es una interrogación. No es un 2, es una interrogación.
Pero en el título pone es ¿Quién mató al conde Roquefort? Si no me equivoco. ¿Quién mató al conde
Roquefort? Pero no es un 2.
No es un 2.
Es una interrogación.
Pues entonces lo tengo mal copiado desde el principio. Porque yo interpreté después de la interrogación que había un 2. Es que tampoco encontré la primera parte, pero bueno, claro, como cada autor llama al juego como quiere, pensé, bueno, pues si le pone un 2, pues él sabrá por qué le pone un 2. Igual hay un 1 en ciernes, una precuela o algo.
Con lo raro que es el juego, podía ser la segunda parte sin tener una primera también.
También, por eso te digo, sí. Bueno, en cualquier caso, ¿quién mató al conde Roquefort? Porque como no conocemos la primera parte, pues eso, juego de misterio, es a mystery game with plenty of Spanish jokes and funny phrases, and it's weird. It's a weird game. As I was talking before, we are used to the games from Jose Soto Gandara, which are a little bit strange. For example, who killed the Count? Oh, I have found it. Who killed the Count of Roquefort? This is a first part. That's why this one is the second.
Sí.
Yeah, 2021. Who killed the Count of Roquefort? This was the first part in English, but it's the same mechanics. Okay. We also have Monger's Dopamine, Sentinel, Andrea Petkovic, torneo de tenis, Pedro, Where is Pablo? El juego de Charlie la Paloma, Charlie's Inferno, a través del espejo y lo que Alicia allí se encontró, el juego de Charlie la Paloma. Hay títulos que son curiosos y bueno, que os recomiendo si podéis pasar por MSX Games World, le echáis un vistazo porque son cuanto menos curiosos. Como este, ¿quién mató al conde Roquefort? Vamos ya, juego de misterio. Rafael, what do you think about this game? Your impressions in English, and later we will discuss in Spanish about this game, Raúl and I. Sorry.
I thought it was a really fun game. I mean, the gameplay, and it's also very. The imagery is very interesting. I mean, those characters, they allude to some kind of humor, even if you don't understand Spanish, because just at looking at this and looking at the game title, you already know this is something funny. I think the gameplay is interesting. I like the way that you are given clues, and you kind of sort out who killed Count Roquefort, or I don't know how many times he can be killed, because we have levels and levels of the same mystery, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was very a fun game. Even though I don't understand the jokes, sorry guys, but
because they're Spanish oriented. I mean, they're hard to understand if you don't speak Spanish.
La moto seminova se le interesa.
Yeah, I mean, this one I got the moto seminova I got.
I didn't kill the count, but I can sell you a very cheap second-hand motorbike.
Yeah, I just think the one thing I would do to maybe improve this game, it just keeps getting more and more people, it seems. So at some point it kind of loses its novelty.
Yeah.
I think maybe if he wants to extend this game a little bit and work on it a bit more, just maybe add some more different types of clues, or maybe some environmental clues, and not only people.
Yeah.
Or something like that. There's lots of things you can do to make this a bit more variety on this.
I think after level 3 or 4, the 3 clues that you get narrow down to like 4 characters, or maybe 5 or 6, and after level 5 you just have to guess, and it's just it's just being lucky.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not about deduction skills anymore. It's about, there's 3 of them, you only have 2 lives, and it's gonna be like 66% you will figure it out. But that's my complaint with the game. But other than that, it's fun. I actually kept talking to people to hear the stupid quotes that they do, because it was so ridiculous that it was so much fun.
Yeah. I remember the first time I played, I was playing serious, trying to find the killer, the assassin. But after that, I played totally random, just to read what people were saying, because I noticed on my first play that they were talking jokes all the time, and I was so it was so fun for me, and I just wanted to read what they were talking. But
the game is colorful. It does what it meant to be, and it's like a guess who mixed with, I don't know, walking around.
Yeah. The only thing that that Rafael said before, after playing a couple of times, it loses its freshness and looks more, more regular, and it could be a better game using different locations and objects or people or etc. It could be exploded or expanded in a better way with more elements. All right, it's a woman.
Yeah. So basically, Jesus Christ, there is there's about 80 different quotes that the people will tell you.
80.
80.
Ooh, that's too much.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm looking at the code.
Yeah, I guess. They're fun, man. It says that I give you $90 if you get out of my site. All right, game over. Game over now because I haven't been reading the.
Te confundo, Brian, no das una.
No das una.
Querido.
Eres muy malo como detective. Well, this was ¿Quién mató al conde de Montecristo 2? This was the second place in this contest, and now we are going with the winner of the contest. But before, let's discuss a little bit the ratings for. I said Montecristo. No. ¿Quién mató al conde? Roquefort, el del queso. The cheese count. Okay. 5.55. This is the final rating for this game. Raúl Portales said that originality was the best aspect of the game, giving a 7 out of 10. And for Rafael, polished was the best aspect of the game. So remember, 5.55. I want to before we go to for the winner, Rafael, I would like you to talk about why because people will see when they read when they will read the final report, they will see some extra points in some games, and I would like you to explain why these extra points were given while Raúl didn't give them to the games. It was made on purpose, but I would like you to explain to the people why you gave this little extra points for the games.
Sure. So there are some games that achieved the same score, like they are tied overall. And for those games, I had to apply sort of a tiebreaker. So I looked at other aspects. In some cases, I privileged gameplay over some other characteristic. So I gave just a small decimal points to enable us to undo the tie break.
Okay,
that's it.
Okay, it's just that breaking the tie between games. Okay,
Yes.
Thank you, Rafael, because people will read it on the final report, and maybe they will wonder why these extra points were given for. Okay, let's play now, and finally the winner of the contest, which is, there's only one game left. Storm Rescue. We'll play Storm Rescue.
This game it's absolutely mind-blowing.
Yes, I think so.
It is, and on top of that, it's a physics game that is a lander. So I had no other choice but to vote it. But it's the helicopter. It looks like the one from Shoplifter. The animations, the style, the environmental effects. This game, I cannot believe. You tell me that this game is made in BASIC in a single listing, and I don't believe it.
Yeah, it looks,
It's just incredible.
Very professional quality, yeah.
Yeah, it looks very polished, huh?
Also, it's not. I mean, the core of the game is a lander, but it adheres to kind of the game design is cool. You first do the landing. You learn to do the landing. Then there are other aspects that you have to take care while you do the landing, and they are presented in sequence. So it feels a bit like game that Nintendo will design in a way, because you have, I mean, if you are designing a platform, you are jumping, but then you have to take care to not touch the enemy at the same time you're jumping. Then some other thing happens. You have now to take care of three things, and this is what happens here in the game design of this game.
Yes.
You'll see
You were talking about the policing. See that this is actually populating all the tiles and sprites, and it took the time to create a progress bar for it. This is the level of polish that this developer went for. It's amazing. It's attention to the smallest details. And as Rafa was saying, this is amazing game design. It's not even about the coding or about taking things to the next level. It's about you design your levels in the way that you teach something new on each level, and you build on, and the player keeps learning new skills, and you have to apply everything you're learning. It's really amazing game design on top of amazing development.
Yes. It looks so, as Rafael said, it looks so professional, and reminds me. First time I played, it reminded me games from Microsoft, and Bytebusters from Holland. That kind of games, very polished. Looks professional. The feeling is so good. You can see the effects, the storm effects on the title screen flashing. And this, as Raúl said, all this is made in BASIC. Incredible. All right. Well,
of course, he also made a custom font.
Yes. Oh, well, look, Konamito made 8,105 points. I mean, the best player.
That's another thing. This game does not support B on a cartridge.
No,
because it saves things to disk, including your highest score.
High score, yes.
So it actually does use the disk for saving the state of what you've been doing before. It just does everything.
Yeah, it's a good. It has good details, as we'll see now. All right, let's play Stomp Rescue, the winner of our MSX-BASIC contest. Informative. We have the briefing. The intro is so funny. I mean, I like it. All right.
Look at the rain effect, and at the animation of the helicopter moving left and right, implementation of the physics.
Inertia.
The sprites of the cliffs. It's like, oh no.
The characters moving. I mean, the people.
Waves.
Yeah, even yes. There's a lot of small things that the developer has been taking care of. The polishing of this game is on another level.
Did you notice that the sound of the ambulance?
Yes.
The volume is lower when it's far away.
Yeah. The ladder for rescuing people from the sea is a good detail. So it's not just landing on the boat. You have different actions, like using the ladder to rescue people from the water.
He uses these tricks. I believe the helicopter is using the noise generator, and it's not just music. It's actually random noise.
Oh.
I don't remember. I think I checked it, but yeah. This game is really cool.
Yeah, I think, and it looks fine, and its gameplay is fine also, and it's very fun.
And I remember the developer was saying that he made this back in the in the 80s or in the 90s, but he never actually managed to finish it, and he decided to take this opportunity to finish the game and release it.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, he made a good job. Ooh, what's happening with the boat? It's sinking.
Boat is sinking, yeah.
I couldn't escape. I couldn't escape from the wind. It was too close to the cliffs.
Later, you also have like thunderstorms
and lightnings.
Yeah. Yeah, this game should go to the MSX Dev contest, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it deserves more visibility and more people playing it, because it's a next level game.
Yeah, it deserves it. All right, we're going here. Also, I love I love helicopters, so this is a very yeah.
Of course, you're an aeronautic engineer, right?
Yeah. I work with helicopters, so this game gets in right into my heart, you know. That's Shoplifter. I love it.
I think every game we played and we saw today was really high quality, but somehow this Storm Rescue managed to get it to even a next level.
Look at the lightnings.
That effect is just.
Yeah,
I can't believe this is basic. This is. I mean, I believe it because I've seen the listing and I run it. But it's just taking the language to the absolute next level.
So this could be a good example of the real power of basic. You mean? I mean the highest power. It can be achieved with using basic.
Yeah. And because it's also single listing, as we were saying, this you could actually load it from a tape, because you just have to load this thing and run it. You don't need anything else.
As I told before, this reminds me of the Bytebusters games. It looks so commercial for me, and just as you stated, it's just basic. No tricks. I mean, no assembler.
Oh, look at the waves.
Yeah, they're so fluent. The flow, it's so smooth. All right. Bad news. Oh.
Or not enough. You didn't save everybody.
Yeah, sorry.
And the ship sank.
Some passengers did not survive. Sorry. You can see the tail of a pilot going down lowering the head. All right, my record.
Cool. I really have to go out. My dog is begging for going for a walk.
Okay.
It's getting very late.
Yes.
But we made it to the end, and I think I didn't check the getting even high scores test. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a wonderful game. All right. So we have reached the end of the live show, and so to summarize that, I would like to thank our hosts here, our hosts here, Raúl and Rafael. I would like to thank you personally for your effort and your commitment to judge the games, participate in the contest, taking your time to make the final report, and being there all this time, discussing about games and everything. Personally, thank you for your support in this adventure. and I think that we have seen 10 wonderful MSX basic games, and it has been a pleasure for me working with you all this time. Thank you a lot, and also thank you for being here and discussing about these games and in this live show. So to finish, because you Raul, you have to leave. I would like to guys to summarize and give final words to the people that are watching this live show, and then I will say goodbye to the people and stay here for maybe 5 minutes or so, and then we'll finish the live show. So it's your time now to summarize, to say the last words, and personally, I would like to thank you for your work. Thank you, guys. It's your time to say final words to the people that are watching us. Who's the first? Rafael, Raúl.
I can go. Yes. So yeah, thanks. It was a pleasure. What could be better than playing MSX games and checking how the wonderful work the contest candidates did. It was really amazing, and also I think this is the best time ever, probably for MSX games and MSX tools to develop games. So if you have ever wanted some time or dreamed to program a game in a retro platform or in MSX, this is probably the best time to do it. There are numerous tools available, and you also have all the listings for those marvelous games that you just saw. So I hope people become inspired to write more games. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I will say something similar. I am blown away by the quality of every single game we've seen. They are all of them. They are really good pieces of work where you see the developer has shown a lot of passion and love and dedication for their games, and you can see that coming through. And I'm really blown away by all the entries. Like, you have to rank them, and they have to come. Some have to come at the top, and some have to come at the bottom. But all of them were really, really good. And I want to actually thank Rafa for creating MSX Pen, because he was talking about the tools, but he's very shy, and he doesn't give enough credit that MSX Pen allows you to just open a browser, write BASIC, and execute it in WebMSX out of the box without you having to install anything. And when I came back to writing MSX games 3-4 years ago, after, I don't know, 20 years without doing it, that's the tool that actually put me back into the scene. And then after I did a few things, then I decided to install a local emulator and start having a proper development environment. But that tool really helped me out. So make use of it. You can write an MSX game that you got an idea for in 5 minutes just in your browser, and then later you can evolve it to something else. It's a really cool tool, and I love it. And Rafa is a great guy. I cannot thank him enough for everything that he's done. Thank you very much for being part of this Judge, and thanks Konamito for having us here, and thank you everybody for sending the games. It was fantastic to see them coming through.
Okay.
Thank you for your kind words. They mean a lot to me. Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Rafael. I was going to mention in my last words to mention MSX Spain and your work in MSX scene, but Raúl did it for me. So I think the same, and the same words goes to you. So guys, we have to finish this show. Raúl has left. Rafael, thank you for being here. We'll see you maybe in another MSX adventure. We'll talk later, maybe tomorrow on Discord chat. And thank you for having me here. Bye bye. All right, so guys, we have finished this live show. Now is the time to say goodbye. And now, as I'm alone, I'm just going to start talking Spanish. Vale, hemos llegado al final del programa. Ya mis compañeros Raúl y Rafael se han marchado. Voy a poner la camarita. A ver si se me ve aquí. Sí. Se me ve aquí. A ver, voy a quitarme el logotipo. Lo voy a poner aquí. Vale. Aquí. Y voy a quitar esto. Vale. Ahora. He puesto el logotipo donde no es. Ahora, aquí está mi carita. Bueno, pues nada, hemos llegado al final del programa, chicos. Muchas gracias a todos por acompañarnos. Creo que ha sido una buena velada. Espero que lo hayáis pasado bien. Hemos repasado los 10 juegos que se han presentado al concurso, juegos de mucha calidad, como siempre. Y en todos los concursos siempre hay un ganador, ¿vale? Siempre, bueno, cuando se concursa, pues al final un juego, una persona, alguien resulta ganador. Pero para mí, aunque suena tópico, para mí todos los que habéis participado en el concurso sois ganadores, sois gente que yo personalmente os agradezco muchísimo el tiempo que habéis dedicado a programar los videojuegos, a presentarlos a un concurso, porque no es fácil, como siempre digo, presentar algo para que los demás lo juzguen, para que los demás lo vean, para que los demás hablen de él. Muchas veces no es fácil, hay que ser valiente para hacerlo, no guardárselo para uno mismo, sino publicarlo, hacerlo público. Así que me quito el sombrero ante todos los participantes del concurso, porque realmente son gente muy valiente y a la cual yo les agradezco personalmente que hayan dado ese paso. Nos han brindado 10 juegos maravillosos para nuestro MSX, juegos, como digo, hechos en BASIC, el lenguaje más básico y más simple que podemos encontrar en nuestros ordenadores. Y la idea con este concurso pues era simplemente estimular a la gente a programar en BASIC y no sé, y redescubrir también o volver a contactar con nuestro primer lenguaje de programación después de tantos años. Como habéis visto, con BASIC se pueden hacer cosas muy chulas, ¿vale? Y nuestros programadores, nuestros participantes lo han demostrado. Así que me quito el sombrero por su valentía. Agradezco muchísimo el tiempo que han dedicado para programar, para crear estos juegos y presentarlos al concurso. Y quizás en la próxima edición espero verles participando también. Muchísimas gracias a todos los que habéis estado ahí. Es verdad que hoy ha sido un programa un poco atípico porque me ha tocado, bueno, pues hablar en inglés. Es la primera vez que lo hacía. Disculpad si no lo he hecho lo mejor posible. Es verdad que tenía que estar atento. Aparte del chat tenía que estar atento a ver qué decía y qué es lo que hablaba en inglés para no meter la pata. Espero que haya quedado, que hayáis entendido por lo menos la mayoría de las cosas. Si no, yo ya digo, me voy a poner con los subtítulos en estos días para que el vídeo quede subtitulado y lo podáis entender, aquellos que no habléis en inglés. Y nada, os espero en el próximo programa. No sé de qué vamos a hablar en el siguiente programa, pero espero traer a alguien interesante con el que hablar, o si no, simplemente jugar a alguna aventura, verme manquear, que yo sé que eso os gusta muchísimo. Gracias a todos los que nos han visitado, a los que habéis estado ahí en el chat. Hoy la verdad es que el chat lo tenía un poquito más desatendido, pero me alegra muchísimo de ver tanta gente por aquí. Recibido un cordial saludo, pasado una muy buena semana, un buen fin de semana, una buena semana, y como siempre nos vemos en el próximo programa. Sed felices y hasta pronto. Chao.